Night, Anambra Assembly Speaker Okafor commends Governor Soludo for restoring people's confidence in governance. Federal government urged to make foreign exchange available to local manufacturers. Nigeria to launch national policy on patient safety. Myanmar Army helicopter attack on school kills 11 children. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. And now the news in detail. The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, says Governor Chukwuma Soludo has proved that he has a clear knowledge of the needs of Anambra, given the wonderful steps his administration has taken in transforming the state. Speaking on Governor Soludo's 6 months in office, Right Honorable Okafor maintained that the governor has restored people's confidence in governance by commencing the development drives in all sectors of the state. The Speaker, who noted in a glowing manner the achievements of Governor Soludo in the past 6 months, maintained that his flag of over 63 kilometers of roads across the state is unprecedented and eventful. He recounted other achievements of Governor Soludo in the last 6 months, to include massive employment of teachers, stepping up the 20 million naira community Chisia project initiative, disbursement to 25 million naira, improved security architecture and environmental sanitation, introduction of a new health system in the state known as telemedicine, as well as his firm promised to employ more teachers and medical personnel, among others. Right Honorable Okafor called on politicians in the state, irrespective of their party affiliations, to see the peace and development of the state as a collective concern by joining hands with Governor Soludo in moving the state to greater heights. The Speaker, on behalf of the state lawmakers, congratulated the governor on his purposeful 6 months in office and assured him of total support of the lawmakers at all times. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, has urged the federal government to make foreign exchange available to local manufacturers to enable them import raw materials and machineries to increase the local production of goods and services. The President, Mr. Ahmed Mansour, who made the call at the 34th General Assembly, a meeting and also inauguration of the 11th Chairman of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Anambra, Enugu and Ebonyi State Branch, Lady Ada Chukwudozie in Enugu, said as a result of forest shortage, manufacturing companies are unable to set the dollar at official rates to import raw materials. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Urgent assistance to enable them recover from the failed economy of the country. In his welcome address, the outgoing chairman of the branch, Mr. Anietum Igbobi, said the theme of the general meeting is apt as it highlighted the moral challenges in the society which needs urgent intervention, and pointed out that the 34th meeting is important as the branch seeks to transit into a progressive tenure under the leadership of Lady Ada after a successful 2 years of the outgoing executive. The guest speaker and Nollywood actor Chief Pete Edochie, who spoke on the theme of the general meeting, the declining ethical values and cultures of the 60s and 70s in today's current time, causes, effects and solutions, and through a representative, Dr. Emma Wankpa, said the economy of the country during the said years was stable with a valuable currency, as all the regional groups in Nigeria were interested in the production of economic crops, describing the emergence of oil boom as the bane of the economy.
She is the first woman chairman of this branch. Which are superlative achievement, and we are going to give her all the support. She will make it.
Notable individuals at the event, including the former senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District, Sir Victor Ume, member representing Ihiala Federal Constituency at the National Assembly, Mr. Chudi Moma, the Deputy Speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, Dr. Pascal Abodike, and the Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sachidio Obidiegu, who extolled the choice of the association in entrusting its affairs on Lady Ada Chukwudozie, as she is an upright and established individual with positive influence of upgrading the branch.
And now assuming this responsibility, the mantle of leadership of Southeastern Nigeria in Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, you can see that it's going to be a new day in Manufacturers Association of Nigeria.
While appreciating her guests, the newly inaugurated chairman of the branch, Lady Ada, expressed satisfaction with the turnout of members and described her emergence as a call to serve.
I feel massively grateful to God for giving me the singular privilege and opportunity to give my best to humanity. I see it more as a call to serve God by serving humanity, and I intend to give it my best.
The 34th General Meeting of Man featured exhibition of different products manufactured within the country, such as drugs, engine oil, cables, instant noodles, beverages, clothes, among others. The exhibition provided guests the opportunity to patronize and have taste of some of the new products from members of the association that are available in markets, so as to differentiate from the fake products. From Enugu, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
The Catholic Bishop of Awka Diocese, Most Reverend Dr. Paulinus Ezekafo, has reminded people, especially youth, that discipline is needed to succeed in life. He advised Christians to use their resources in serving God and humanity and not to allow them lead them astray. Correspondent Joseph Iwacha completes this report.
Speaking at St. Matthew's Catholic Church, Amobia, during his pastoral visit to the church, Bishop Ezekafo advised youth to avoid shortcuts in life but patiently aspire for success, regretting that modern-day method of child upbringing isolates children from family and church traditions, which he said are needed to achieve balance in a person. While explaining that Christian faith is at stake in present-day Nigeria, judging by activities of some politicians, Bishop Ezekafo reminded youths that the 2023 general elections is an opportunity for them to take over Nigeria and launch it on the path of sustainable development, and discouraged them against monetary inducements during the exercise. He regretted the lingering ASUU strike, calling for lasting solution and even government support to private and church efforts in the education sector to help in molding characters of young people.
And he wants to get it when it is the time. All the ones that create over here, nursery school, secondary school, primary school, no. Who is good? Primary. Who is good? Who know about tertiary institution, university, or is this already? So what is that? I is good. Now, I'm going to go to the
The parish priest, Reverend Father Michael Onwukike, Vice Chairman of Parish Council, Saluk Obiechina, and Chairman of the occasion, Sir Paul Onochie, and the one-time laity, Sion and CMO leader in the diocese, Comrade Emma Ezekafo. The bishop said, which coincided with the feast patron saint of the parish, St. Matthew, is important for the growth of the church, especially in achieving core mandate.
And then the parish were not called Noluso Bankata on Papuoko Bisi where they have the Monkey parish or the Monkey diocese or the Coca. Bishop Zakana. Apparently,
I'm going to July because Otegakabalaba and last 4 years I've been the so I come back to things. Of St. Matthew, the pastor visit. Remember, I'm going to go back at that. And I have it in me. Quality has it in me. My I have to go at the
From St. Matthew's Catholic Church, Amobia, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
The Anglican Bishop of Afikpo Diocese, Right Reverend Paul Ogo, has advised Christians not to allow their exalted positions make them lose God's grace. Correspondent Joseph Ebo reports that the priest gave advice at the Anglican Church of Redemption Unity Temporary Site, Oka, during church service to mark the 30th pre-ordination anniversary of Venerable Cyprian Aloku. His report.
The church service was attended by Emeritus Church of Nigeria, Bishop of Oka Diocese, Most Reverend Maxwell Anikwenwa, and Archbishop of the Niger Province and Bishop of Oka Diocese, Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim, also featured presentation of a book authored by the celebrant titled The Church and Community Development, A New Perspective on Theology and Development Studies. Bishop Udogu explained that humility, appreciation, not taking God's grace in vain, and dedication of oneself to God are ways of responding positively to the grace of God. He described the celebrant as a product of grace and urged him, as well as Christians in general, not to take God's grace in vain, regretting that positions often make people lose God's grace.
Have you received the grace of God? How do you respond to that grace? We to humble ourselves and say, God, we know it's not by power, it's not by might, it is you.
The celebrant, Venerable Dr. Aloku, who thanked God for his grace in his life, said the book he authored is part of his contributions to the development of the society, which he said the scripture provides for.
Thus far he has led me for these 30 years in the ministry. So that's why I called friends and the well wishers to come and rejoice with me, because God has actually been with me for these 30 years. It's never an easy journey, but by God's grace I was able to navigate through the challenges.
Other dignitaries present in the church service include Commissioner for Education, Prof. Chuomo, the Managing Director of ABS, Sashido Obiegu, Chairman, Board of Directors of Anambra State Waste Management Authority, ASUAMA, Dr. Emma Ezenwaji, friends, well-wishers and parishioners, including Chief DBS, Dochia Nora, Sokeke John Ijika.
More years in the vineyard of the Lord, and let may Lord fill him with more anointing, as he continues to work in the vineyard. And then long life and more wisdom in everything he does.
In Oka, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
A philanthropist, Chief Emeka Abwa, has celebrated the 2022 New Yam Festival. The Call of Ilmedin festivity held in his country home, Abo Orumba South Local Government Area, attracted village members and friends from across the state. Odnaka Wolisa tells us more.
The event kick-started with a Thanksgiving Mass at St. Matthew's Catholic Church, Abo, to appreciate God for the bountiful harvest, describing New Yam Festival as an age-long call to express gratitude for harvest and offering prayer for better season ahead. The parish priest, Reverend Father Obioma Okeke, described the celebrant as a blessing to the community. Performing the symbolic breaking of kola nut and libation, Chief Abwa, who thanked God for a successful planting season, underscored the significance of New Yam Festival in educating the younger generations as regards to Igbo cultural heritage. He called on the government to assist farmers with loan to ensure food sufficiency and reaffirmed his commitment towards improving lives and alleviating the plight of the downtrodden through his foundation.
When we celebrate Yam, it will give you eat yam. That's why you cannot eat cassava the way you eat yam. You can't go and get cassava and put it in the pot and eat it. You will die. Or because we celebrate yam allows us to eat it the way we want.
In a remark, the mother of the celebrant, Mrs. Agatha Abba, was full of joy to witness the event, eulogizing Chief Abba for his kind gesture towards the well-being of the people and upliftment of the community.
Enwere m nnukwu aṅụrị maka ndị ọha na eze bịara anyị maka ya bụ oriri ji. Nwa nwoke na-agbanikwu otu ihe niile ọ na-achụ mpụ na-akọ ugbo na-enyesikwu ya ndị mmadụ. Ya ka o ji wee chọọ ka ha kpọkọọ ha wee sori erikwu ya n'ikem.
A cabinet member, Alexander Okoli, commended him for passion and initiatives in championing the cause of humanity. Some friends who came to identify with him, including Engineer Adin Dokudile and Honorable Obumnemo Former, explained that the new festival has remained a sustainable way to promote peace among communities. Speaking to a beneficiary foundation, Ms. Iwane Wow recounted lifetime initiatives of the foundation. Pray God to bless the benefactor. Highlight of the event includes cutting of the new yam and masquerade outing. From Akpo, Odinaka Wolisa, ABS News.
Still to come on the news tonight, Nigeria to launch national policy on patient safety. Myanmar Army helicopter attack on school kills 11 children. Here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround the maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. The news returns after this time out. Please join us again.
So you gotta have a smile, no matter what it takes. Gotta take pure bliss now, and love the way it tastes. Feel the pure bliss burst from the toes to your face. Gotta take pure bliss now, feel the bliss today.
Light up your day anywhere, even at home, with the rich, creamy taste of pure bliss.
You're welcome back to the news. The Minister of Health, Dr. Osagie Hanire, says Nigeria is working to develop its national policy and strategy on patient safety and quality of care. The minister, who was speaking at the ministerial briefing to commemorate the 2022 World Patients Day in Abuja, is expectant that the policy will be completed and launched this year so that it can be deployed for use in all health facilities at all levels of care. Princess Apia Jide found the report taken from her.
The minister, represented at the briefing by the Director of Hospital Services, Dr. Adebimpe Adebiyi, noted that policy focuses on improving medication safety, surgical safety, safety of all medical procedures, among others. He said sensitization capacity are ongoing in federal tertiary health institutions in the form of training, medication safety, infection prevention control, and other aspects of patient safety, and expressed hope that hospitals at all levels will be able to adopt and implement patient safety levels of care. The minister, patient safety is everybody's business, and it requires the active participation of many key partners ranging from patients and their families to governmental, non-governmental and professional organizations. Earlier in his remark, the WHO Deputy Country Representative, Dr. Alex Chimbaru, who represented the country representative, Dr. Walter Mulumbo, at the press briefing, noted globally medication errors contribute to over 3 million deaths every year, a situation which has been exacerbated by overwhelmed health systems during the COVID-19 pandemic. He noted that about 1 in every 4 cases of preventable medication harm is clinically severe or life-threatening. He cautioned that administration of surplus medication at home, the purchase of medication from pharmacies on the advice of friends and relatives rather than trained professionals, and the use of old prescriptions to buy medication to treat a current ailment are all common practices that should be avoided.
You need to know the drugs you are consuming. You need to know the consequences of these drugs. You also need to empower patients, individuals, families, so that they can ask questions on the kind of medications they are given. And also today, WHO wants to raise awareness globally, not only in our country, but globally. And that is why we're doing this celebration.
In her speech, Nunyoya Williams of Orasa Health Trust held the national policy patient safety, which according to her will address the breakout of some ailments caused by errors in the healthcare system. She urged Nigerians not to be afraid of seeking professional assistance owing to poverty, as there are institutions that ensure access to quality healthcare delivery.
You still need to have a knowledge of the underlying condition. What is giving you that headache? Some people, it may be what they don't ever think of. So it's good for you to be examined by a healthcare professional and diagnosis made so that the correct medication can be given to you.
The member representing Anambra West constituency in the State House of Assembly, Mr. Patrick Obalim Udoba, has called for a collective support for Governor Chukwuma Soludo to enable him deliver on his mandate. Correspondent Chibuzo Okoye filed on this report.
He made the call during the inauguration of Nyatanam Nzam Road by the governor. Mr. Udoba, who thanked Governor Soludo for keeping to his promise, urged him not to relent in his good works in the state. The lawmaker, who is the Anambra State House of Assembly Committee Chairman on Transport, maintained that Anambra West local government area is critical to socio-economic development of the state due to the huge amount of agricultural produce that comes from the area. He described the Nyatanam Nzam Road as very strategic, adding that the road, when completed, would boost the economic activities in the area and as well help farmers to evacuate their farm produce with ease. Mr. Udoba called on the federal government to immediately intervene on the Otuocha Umwezanam Nzamebaji Federal Highway, which he said will reduce the journey from Anambra to Abuja to less than 5 hours. He called on the President Muhammad Buhari-led administration to re-strategize and tackle the issue of insecurity in Nigeria and condemned the recent attack on the senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District at the National Assembly, Dr. Ifeanyi Oba.
Mr. Governor, I'm asking now, Igbo Kwanompa. Ife dị nta wa anyị na-afụ ụzọ ga-elu nzam opekata mbe Jenụwarị Febụwarị so na anyị na-asị ka anyị kene gọvanọ ndị be anyị na-akwado ndị Kano Kings o nwere ebe ha ga-enwe nsogbu na ha na-arụ ọrụ a anyị na sọpọtụ gị wee na-eme iwu ihe na-eso otu ndị Anambra State.
In Awka, this is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
And on the foreign scene, United Nations International Emergency Fund, UNICEF, has said that at least 11 children have been killed and 50 more are missing after army helicopters shot at a school in northern Myanmar. Troops in helicopters opened fire on the temple school in Sagyang region, a rebel stronghold. Myanmar's military government said it had been an attack on insurgents. They claimed they were hiding in the school in Let Yet Kong village. The school's students range from those in kindergarten to young teenagers. Deontay Wilder's head trainer Malik Scott believes Anthony Joshua's chances in the potential title clash with Tyson Fury should not be overlooked. Fury, who is the current WBC heavyweight champion, fought the former champion Wilder 3 times. In their third encounter, which took place last October, Fury overcame 2 knockdowns to eventually stop Wilder in the 11th round. Fury and Joshua are now in advanced talks to meet in the ring on December 3 for the WBC title. While most are giving Joshua no chance at all, Scott strongly feels the British Nigeria star has the skills to upset the odds. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Anambra Assembly Speaker Okafor has commended Governor Soludo for restoring people's confidence in governance. Federal government has been urged to make a foreign exchange available to local manufacturers. Nigeria is to launch national policy on patient safety. And we also told you on the foreign scene that Myanmar Army helicopter has attacked a school, killing 11 children. Here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Chidema Orangwa. Good night.